Hello, fellow human! Welcome back to another Dank Doggo rSlash Choosing Beggars. So our story for today is from wSlash Flippy is King 18 with the title of Lady Hates the Cake She Bought because of the writing sucked. We didn't write it. So the store I work in happens to have a bakery that is connected to the main bakery in another city. Customers order cakes and we get them delivered from the main bakery every day. But in case customers didn't have time to place an order before they needed it, or in most cases, were just too lazy, we also have dozens of assorted frozen cakes in a display next to the bakery, and if they need writing on it, we could write on it with icing. Now, me. I don't work in the bakery, but recently I have been practicing my writing with the manager in case nobody is in the bakery to write on a cake if a customer needs it. The problem is I'm just a beginner. And I don't have a lot of confidence in my skills yet, so I normally go and get another person that knows how to write on a cake so I don't mess it up. I didn't think I was that bad until I met this one old lady and her daughter. Cass, me. M, manager. CB, hip grandma. It was a fairly slow evening when I get a call to help someone at the bakery. The people working there usually leave around the dinner time, so people at my department usually have to help customer instead. As soon as I get there, I saw that it was one of those hip grandmas you see on greeting cards. She had all the traits: sunglasses, a pink #1 grandma t-shirt, hot pink dyed hair with white roots. I'm dead serious! And the look of entitlement you can only get out of a senior citizen that knew all the tricks to getting what they wanted. She and her daughter had one of those frozen cakes from the display and asked me if I could write on it for them. And I was being very honest and I warned them, me, I don't have much experience, so I might not be the best at it. CB, oh no, this cake needs to be beautiful. It's for my grandson. Me, I can go find someone who can probably write better than me. CB, please do. And hurry, the party is tomorrow. Kinda confused why it's so urgent if it's not needed by then, but oh well. I ran off looking for the people who I know can write on the cake. Unfortunately, none of them were there, so I headed back to the bakery. Sure enough, they were still there waiting for me and looked rather disappointed when I came back alone. Me, I'm sorry ma'am, I can't find somebody else who can write on a cake. So if you want, I can try to... CB, no, you will ruin it. But don't worry, honey. Literally after saying I ruined her cake. My son is a bakery manager. Insert national retail store here. He will write on it for me. Thank you. So she and her daughter waddle off into the store, the blank cake in her cart. I shrugged and said, have a nice day like I normally do, and head back to work. The very next day, I had just clocked in when I was called up to the office by manager, the boss. Sure enough, over at the office, I saw the exact same pink-haired lady as the previous day, looking absolutely enraged. When I got there, she gave me the look, like I just had killed some Pomeranian or something. Manager looked rather upset too, as he was holding a phone, her phone. M. OP, did you write on a cake for this lady last night? Me. Well, I was going to CB, you did! And you ruined my grandbaby's birthday with your crappy writing. Give me my phone. Manager gives her the phone and shows me a picture. Sure enough, it was the exact same cake, but even though I wasn't a cake decorating expert, I knew it looked really bad. The cake was white with blue, yellow, and orange dots on the side and 2 red and blue balloons on the top. The writing was in pink, really dark pink. Not as pink as her hair though, but even I knew the color did not blend with the rest of them. And I don't have a picture, but the writing looked like this. Happy birthday, Jaden. Not the real name, LL. Now, I wouldn't be fuming mad if the writing was that bad on my birthday cake, but I'm in my 20s and this is for a kid, so I'm assuming a fairly young kid. I would understand getting a little annoyed if it looked like that too. Only problem is this, I didn't write it. Me, M, I didn't write that. M, well, it's one of our case and you were here last night and she says you came to help her. CB, yes he did. And he's saying how much he hated writing on cakes and refused to get another person to write it for me. M. Well, ma'am, I was here last night. CB. So? M. And I saw him run up here looking for someone else to write for you, but there was nobody. Me. Yeah. And didn't you say you would get your son to write it for you? CB. Are you saying my son wrote this crap on my grandson's birthday cake? He is a professional. He can write better than you could ever wish you could. M. Okay, ma'am, you're starting to step out of... CB. I want a refund for this cake. Me. Ever so curious. Well, where is it? CB. What? Me. The cake. You have to have it with you to get a CB. Don't you have a job to get to? Or maybe you won't after we are done here. M. Actually, he's right. You do need to have the cake and your receipt with you to get our policy. We offer a 200% refund policy, meaning if a product is damaged, you can get a new one and your money back. M. OP, I think you should go. Me. Okay, sorry. CB. Wait! Apologize for this crappy writing. Me. But I didn't... CB. Apologize or you will make your store lose my business forever. By this point, I can tell M wanted to be done with this lady as much as I did, so I put my best actor performance and apologized profusely. I really did feel bad for this kid, but not for her. I went to my post and stayed there quiet for a while until I met up with M again later that night, who came back to see me. And he told me what happened after I had left him there. Apparently, CB demanded me to be fired for my sloppy handwriting. M tried to explain that I technically wasn't trained to write on cakes yet. I was just practicing, so she should forgive me if I wasn't as good as she wanted. But she still demanded my termination. Eventually, M warned her that she needed to leave or he will call the security. That was when she started blaming M for my mistake, which never was my mistake in the first place. Asking him, how could he hire such bad workers? And doesn't he know the customer is always right? Finally, CB waddled out the door, no refund, nor did she get a new cake. He told me not to worry as he actually did call for the security officer and had him check the tapes from the previous night. Sure enough, they confirmed I did offer to write on the cake, but they refused and left with the cake anyway. He had a feeling, since she brought up her son, that she was defending him for his crappy handwriting, even though he was supposedly a bakery manager. We had a laugh and he left me to my work. Only lesson I took from this: never trust old ladies with tie-dye hair. Wow, I never met anyone who looks like that. Haven't seen them on TV before though, but sure pain to deal with these grandmas. It's funny that the grandma attempted to get the refund on a cake which she no longer had, and funnily enough, it was probably her son who wrote on the cake so poorly. And as for the cake itself, it may look bad on the outside with poor decorations from her son, but the inside was probably as good as ever because it was bought directly from the store anyway. So her grandchild probably must have eaten it nonetheless. How can this hip grandma be so shameless that she even think about demanding for a refund for a cake that was already been eaten and ruined the decorations? But as cringy as the grandma was, professional business still had to apologize for something she completely made up so that the issue won't escalate. The ending though was satisfying. Grandma didn't get a single dime for her effort of lying and talking BS. Yes, today I have also learned a lesson too. Be extra cautious when you're dealing with hip grandma with really pink dyed hair. That's it for today, fellow humans. Thanks for watching. Dank Doggo appreciates your time. If you enjoy our content and want to see more of us, stay tuned and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like button or Doggo will cry. Also, you can always tell us your Doggo comments, your experiences in the comment section. I'll catch up with you guys later in the next video.